It's Week 11 of the NFL, and we'll get a look at Tryod Taylor. You can't ask for much more than his last game, a 5-touchdown effort. It's the Jets and the Bills, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
Well, there is a brand new stadium starting to take shape just across the way, but for now, and we are underway in Buffalo. This fielded right at the goal line. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Well, here come the Bills for their first possession, led out by their 27-year-old quarterback in year 6. It's Josh Allen.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally. Kept the ball clean and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though. They trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
Allen going to go to the air right away. Got it complete to Khalil Shakir. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. This defense for the Jets, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
Yeah, they held them to just 7 points, and if you rewatch the game tape, and I did multiple times, it was amazing to me that the other guys even got 7. They were absolutely dominating on that side of the football.
11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They run again on first down. Cook. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the Bills winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here in Buffalo. Now Allen. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Allen from the gun on third down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 39. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. So in Jet territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 39-yard line. To the air. Allen. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Javon Kinlaw able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
On second down, Cook. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. Cook up the gut. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Sauce Gardner, an all-pro as a rookie last year, up to make the tackle.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here's Cook again. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
some of the most unselfish players on any football team? Defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
So on 4th down, off goes Allen. On comes Tyler Bass for the Buffalo field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills' opening drive yields 3. And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. Now leading them out, someone who's forged an excellent career as a 6th-round pick way back in 2011. From Virginia Tech, Tyrod Taylor.
Brandon, I don't know about you, but when I heard he threw 5 touchdown passes last week, I thought, well, he's going to be the AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I didn't need to hear any other stats, and it turned out to be right.
That's exactly right. Seemed like every time we turned around, he was throwing one in the end zone. But he doubled down. He said, I see 5 more in this game. Challenge accepted.
Challenge.
And a nice job there skipping away from the 1 tackle and ends up getting 5 yards out of that. 2nd down. We're taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago. 19 carries, 86 yards, and a touchdown.
Nice solid showing from him last week. Didn't blow the roof off with his numbers, but he certainly had a quality day and produced when called upon.
The Jets with the football here to start the 2nd quarter as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Taylor's throw going into the hands of Williams. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. He'll take it inside the 25. 2nd down and 8. Off the play fake, here's Taylor. And he'll find Hall. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They go play action now, Taylor. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Back to the ground with Hall. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic, and it sounds almost trite. But the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Zerline good with a PAT, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the...
And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Allen to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Allen now on 1st down. This to the tight end, Kincaid. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Allen so complete to Shakir. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. Now Allen again. This taken in by Kincaid. And stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Allen. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bills. Stephon Diggs. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills are once again back in front. But Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it's finished off by the touchdown by Stephon Diggs. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. This drive here. With a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Now, their last time out looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Play action. Now Taylor. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. First down now, but that clock rolling. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Conklin, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Sheds off the tackle. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bills going to take over now late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. On first down, Allen setting up the screen for Cook. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. Shifts past him at the 45. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And the Jets D, they call on a couple extra defensive backs on third. Throwing now is Allen. And this one is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
Check, Matt. Check, Matt.
Play action, it's Taylor. Got a man, that's Lazard. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. Crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Tua Tagovailoa leading the way there as the win gets his guys back to 500 on the year. From there, we head over to the West Coast. Check out the Niners at home at Levi Stadium. And they have the lead over the visiting Buccaneers as that game has gone to halftime. 2 touchdown passes there for Brock Purdy. Lastly, we head to Southern California to check on the Rams at home at SoFi Stadium. And you can see they have the lead over the visiting Seahawks. The Rams trying to finish that one off and claim victory. We were treated to a solid first half out of the running back, Breece Hall. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead.
All
Final
right, Coach,
adjustments being made for the second half. So with that, we get back up to Orchard Park and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. So here are the Jets now to take over. They were winners last week, defeating the Raiders, and right now they're in the driver's seat here as they start off 1st and 10. They go play action with Taylor. This one finds Wilson downfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 36 yards on the play.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Ball want to give up the middle. And now off to the races down the right side. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And that's about the easiest decline call you'll ever have right there.
Well, it leads me to one of my pet peeves, and maybe peeves is too strong of a word. But if you're going to jump off sides, finish the play. Make sure the play ends. Don't jump off sides and stop, because you see the net result here. If you go ahead and finish the play, you don't give up that type of yardage.
On 1st down, it's Taylor. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. Touchdown! Breece Hall. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Jets are able to add on to that lead. Well, he is putting in a great all-around game, Charles. He already ran one in for a score, and now they utilize him in the passing game.
And they put a lot of pressure on a defensive coordinator and a defense, don't they? Because they're used to him as a runner. But he turns out he's just as dangerous as some of those receivers, and he showed it right there. You don't pay enough attention to him defensively, he makes you pay.
Zerline good with a PAT, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And no thought of a return here for Hines. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Gabriel Davis, 75 yards. And the Bills are back within a score. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays, give us a break, back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
Well, I guess the coach looked at the two-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a three-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a two-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
86 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a game. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
Give to Hall running right. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Head the street. Head the street. Check, check. No, no. I'm not lying. I'm not lying. Bronco switch. Bronco switch.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Taylor. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time to have a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Taylor. That is caught. Down all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Mike Williams, 43 yards. As his guys are able to extend their lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And in the end, it was Mike Williams who capped the drive with a touchdown reception. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
Play action. Now it's Allen. He's got him in. Complete. A big play here for Buffalo. 41 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw, and that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And this is Cook with the ground. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger gain.
The kick by Bass is good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance, so that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Jets taking over again. Breece Hall making his way out with the offense. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone. And now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage. And, again, that second score here in the 3rd quarter. Now Taylor on 1st down. That's going to be caught downfield by Lazard. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 30 yards there.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller, because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go.
Back now in Buffalo. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 101 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
This pass out wide to Hall. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
He finds Wilson. Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson. 28 yards. And the Jets are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. But that's certainly an important touchdown there and makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these 2 offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Zerline now for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Jermaine Johnson in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
The offense on third down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dive defense. Blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
One final try here for Allen. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
Again, they'll throw with Allen.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10.
He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Allen going to throw.
Steps away to his left. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Now Allen. And the pressure gets to him again. 2 straight sacks have him backed up now for a 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Allen.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Here's a big one. It's 4th and goal. Now Allen, gotta have this one.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point.
And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
A 10-play drive that time, and it culminates in a Bills touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here.
And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down.
And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
So
2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues.
False start. Offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Go, Reed. Go. Let's go.
Here's Taylor. Escaping the pressure right. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon.
Hines now on the return.
It'll be a 41-yard punt, give him 5 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now down by 7. A little over a minute and a half remaining. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10.
Now Allen. That's caught by Shakir.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
Throwing, Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. Plenty of time to work with here, but the timeouts, they're gone. Here's 1st and 10. That is caught by Shakir.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Allen.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And here's Allen. That's caught by Davis. A big play in this football game. 3rd down and 1. To throw is Allen. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Here's Allen. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Well, they came so close, Charles. They were knocking on the door in a one-possession game, but ultimately the defense held tough to get the victory.
And doesn't it feel like it just leaves them asking what could have been? So many moments when they could have had a big play to change the outcome of this game. And let's face it, none bigger than that final snap that just fell short.
So for the Jets, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bills, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles.